Hi everyone, welcome back. This is part 3 of our review of the ARP-9 from G&G Armament. If you see my other two videos, you notice that I kind of just came up with this, taking a M4 stock tube, putting in here and extending out the rail to fit underneath so you could put larger batteries and things like that. And I did mention that, hey, at some point someone's going to make an extension. Well, guess what? Someone has made an extension. Airtech Solutions. It's the battery extension unit. So this slips on right into that. Just clicks in the front and clicks on the bottom. And then it extends out your buffer tube by about an inch and a half. This is a prototype, so the final version might be a little different. But one thing I do like about it is the texture is the same, which is really, really nice. So they've matched the texture on the gun. They added additional bracing for the rear stock or butt stock guides, I guess you would call them, the rods. So when you put it in, put your rods in, and it's always hard to get this to click right in there. It really takes care of a lot of the wobble. It's not nearly as loud as it used to be, so that is really, really nice. It's a lightweight polymer, so it's very similar to the rear stock. I wonder if it's not the same polymer. So it just matches. It does a really nice job. A couple of things that I would do differently on this is, let me pull this out, put the cap on it, put that stock back on. Is right now, if you want to collapse the stock in, this is as far as you can collapse the stock in, because this is sitting here. Because the rod guides bump into the rear of the stock. Now what you could do is you could take this and move it back a little farther if possible. Then if you do that, I think then you could collapse the stock a little bit more, which might be helpful for some people. Also, there still is a lot of air in here, so yeah, I was thinking if you could move those back, then you could collapse the stock and then this would sit in there. There's a good half-inch or so, a centimeter and a half at least in there, probably a good centimeter at least in there. You could do that. Otherwise, my preference, of course, is to take this section right here and lengthen it by an inch. So make maybe a short version for people and then make a long version. Because once you do put the stock on, and I would lock it into the first, when it's locked in, you still have a fair amount of room. You still have an inch at least, inch and a quarter. Good for Airtech Studios for doing this. Of course, it's something that G&G should have done in the first place, in my opinion, but okay, well, we will go there. Now, as far as what you can do as far as batteries go, now this is just an 11-1 battery. Most 11-1s that fit in this space, if you can find them, are going to be like 800 milliamps, so they're not going to be very big 11-1s. Adding this extension unit to it, you certainly can get something bigger. This is a 1200 milliamp. Let's first pull this out a little bit. So you can certainly fit that in there. And then all the wiring and everything can go in there quite easily. You can, so this here's a 1400 milliamp battery. It's a little bit bigger, but you can get it in there. And of course it's shorter, so you get more room. The battery is right here, so you have more room to hook up. It's got, of course, the wrong connector on it, but you could hook that up very easily. I am finding that you could almost fit this in there. It's really super close. I'm going to pull out things a little bit more so you can fit them all in. But the battery literally comes right to here. And with this cap fitting on, you're not going to have room. But if, like I say, if you extended this out an inch, you know, or 1.25 inch, you would then have room for batteries like this, which are a lot more common for buffer tube type batteries, because this is a buffer tube battery for an M4. So anyway, I think the finish is good. The extra bracing is a good idea. The length, I personally would make the length a little longer. I think that might work out a little bit better for them. Again, this is supposed to be a prototype, although it does have their logo and everything in it, so I'm thinking this might be a actual production model here. Let's just put this back in there. So there you go. That's on the new Airtech Studios BEU, which is the battery extension unit. Airtech contacted me and sent me one and wanted me to take a look at it and test it for them and see what there are. So I'm not really sure what the actual price is going to be on those. I'm not going to speculate on that. All right, well, thanks again for watching. I'll try to post some more videos, some more workbench videos on some other guns that I'm working on, maybe some gameplay videos and just some other videos. Thanks a lot, and we'll hopefully have videos up soon. Thank you.